Horde mechanics are boring? Not necessarily. I mean, standard grounded faction mechanics aren't like crazy either without the extra stuff tacked on. If it's just capturing settlements and building them up, then yeah, I mean, grounded factions are boring too. You need extra stuff on top of that. Basically, the only difference between a Horde faction and a grounded faction is you get to collect more buttons on building buildings, but you build the same buildings every fucking time anyway, so it's not even like, woo. It's just you click more buttons, I guess, if that's satisfying.
What are
the biggest issue with Horde factions as it stands is that they can't really take on, or at least the older Horde factions, they can't take on territory, which then creates power vacuums, which then cause issues with actually finishing the campaign and not being completely annoyed. So that's like the biggest issue right now, is the power vacuum problem. If Horde factions could like force vassalization of other factions and stuff a lot easier, or have some kind of way of dealing with the power vacuum, it would make things a lot better overall. But yeah, I mean, not everybody likes Horde factions. I totally understand that. I like Horde factions, but that's not true of everyone.
For Britannia.
I'm not going to tell you that you should. If you just fundamentally don't enjoy playing them. There's plenty of other factions in the game, so you don't have to worry about. You really don't have to worry about playing any Horde factions because there's plenty of other grounded factions that you can throw out there. I like playing the map Growing Empire with Horde factions. It feels like I'm just sitting in one spot recovering from losses while I can have way more armies as an Empire faction. It's pretty annoying to scour an area clean and turn around and be colonized. Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest issue, honestly. Because you don't really feel that you mentioned painting the map, right? If you could do that in some way, either through vassalization of factions or through like a capture mechanic or something along those lines, just to stop the enemy from coming, or people that are neutral, not even enemies, neutral, from coming and taking shit. Because yeah, as it stands, the biggest issue I feel with Horde factions is you don't really feel like you're doing much because of you burn something to the ground, somebody else takes it. And then you have to fight them, and you burn it to the ground, and then somebody else takes it. So literally, unless you defeat every faction on the entire map, nothing stays dead, is the issue. Peasant mob, spearmen, mounted yeomen, knights errant, knights of the realm, questing knights, because yeah, let's go Texas the realm. So we got some of those bad boys up in here too. Oasis North, so you get coastal resupply bases. Yeah, even they suffer pretty badly from from the same problem, though.
Going forth.
Where the hell did that guy go?
Death before dishonor.
God damn it.
Moving out. Do you know who I am?
Did he run north or south? These are the questions I need answered. Or did he just disappear? He might just be in a hidden encampment stance right here, as a matter of fact.
Knightly valor.
That's also a distinct possibility.
For Britannia.
Alright, so
For
we're
the
finishing
lady.
those guys up. That tech will be done next turn. Yeah, I mean, Norska at least can capture some stuff, but they still suffer pretty badly because you create power vacuums. It's one of those things where it's like, I destroy the Empire, the vampires pop up, then I have to destroy the vampires, and then like the dwarves take everything over, and then you gotta destroy the dwarves. It's like, literally just goes on forever. What's this? Maintain a total of 4 units Questing Knights. Well, I'm gonna have that shortly, so that'll be nice. It's a pretty good banner, too. Alright, I also need to go down here and search this ruin, so I can freaking continue on my goddamn quest.
Is there compassion running in those cold-blooded veins?
No, I'm going to murder you. I talk about compassion, but I'm just waiting to murder them. I don't remember, but I don't think you can move or a critical horde, which is fine and all, but you don't think you can get anything like garrisons or walled settlements, so better pray your dark gods. You can win any defensive battle. So a lot of horde factions allow you to move further than other factions do while encamping, if not moving fully and then encamping. Like I'm pretty sure like Chaos can go like 75% instead of 50% before encamping or some nonsense. But still,
Welcome to fair Bretonia.
you can't move while you're in encamp. At least the beastmen are invisible while they're built in their encamp stance, so that's nice. Provided nobody trips on you, like directly trips on you.
Bretonia is patient when listening and fair in judgment. Speak.
Obviously, the big advantage to a horde faction is you don't have to stay any particular place. You can always just run away. If you're playing a chaos-related faction, if worse comes to worse, you retreat into the chaos wastes and be like, oh, shit. Because pretty much nobody can chase you up there without losing their entire everything. The Vampire Coast can go full and then encamp, yes. The Vampire Coast also has other advantages that other horde... So, like, the newer horde factions are better than the older horde factions. For sure. Like, the Vampire Coast is a horde faction that can take settlements and can move fully before encamping. And if the leader dies, they don't lose their entire horde construction. They don't have to start from scratch. You just rebuild the leader and he's got all his shit still. Like, I feel like the Vampire Coast is a lot of what Norsca should have been. I just don't have 10k. Alright. Let's do this. And you get Pirate
The
Coves.
lady
Yeah.
calls me.
So you got that stuff too.
I shall fight to the death.
Oh, it's this one. Grand. Alright, is it yellow? Yellow straight off to the left. Red is would be slightly down. Blue is like right up north. Also, I get its gameplay thing, but I'm still a bit triggered that the Brits can do a crusade to go into the Chaos Waste and not... the Brits can do a crusade in the Chaos Waste and got murdered by attrition. Can or can't? I thought they got murdered by attrition, still going up there. Which is one of the things that made it a lot harder, is because you got freaking shit wrecked by attrit whenever you went up there. I could be wrong though. It's been a while since. Usually I just go to the south, anyways. Yeah, I know it's part of their errantry war, but there's usually like no reason to go up there. They need to research a thing. Oh right, yeah, right. Ah. Okay, anyways. Is it yellow? mean, yellow is the one that seems the closest to making sense. Because you would have to do some... Well, hang on a second. How much do I have to rotate for red to make? So there. And brought red around. Because that's like right, that would be like over here essentially. And that would be off that. And blue. Is that actually the... I don't think that gap is big enough. Blue is just all over the freaking place, which I guess... Oh, I hate this shit. Yeah, this one is really annoying because you just have to gotta like sit there and be like, you gotta be good at visualizing, which I'm normally okay at visualizing stuff, but like this is usually just such a freaking mess. Yeah, I think all the other ones are easier, honestly. This one's probably the hardest because you actually have to like squint at it and try to fucking figure it out. Let's see. So that go to there. We're gonna put this even up. Then it'll be reeds. Reeds squiggly this, I think it's this one. Yeah, okay. Jeez Louise. At least I got 1,000 gold out of it. Which means I got about 500 gold out of it, I think, overall. But I did also get the 3,000 for completing the quest bit, so overall it's pretty good. Banner Swiftness is alright, not great. Considering the stuff that you can potentially get out of this, the Banner Swiftness is pretty shit, but whatever. I don't know if that was worse than Strain Coach. Probably not. Ultimately, probably not. But at least we did this. So I need to move a character to the mountains. Oh, okay. Well, we're kind of headed that way anyways. Yeah, the money from the quest is okay, but it's not. It really wasn't worth it without the quest.
True Bretonian.
For sure.
Blessings of the lady be upon you. My reputation precedes me.
All right, so these guys are up here. I need to murder them. Get rid of their stupid butts. Let's see, how much am I getting from military? 19, or 22. So I probably could leave. Things would be fine.
Time to march! In the lady's name!
Yeah. We're still good. The corruption is going down. So that'll help sort that. Because right now the corruption is giving us that sweet, sweet -8. Oof. Probably don't need this building here anymore either. Oh wait, hang on. That allows us to build another paladin? Ooh. Actually, we have 2 more paladins. It's just Lord recruit rank. So any like technologies or anything I can finish shortly to get like higher level paladins or anything along those lines, right? Oh no, wait, I was gonna do proof trade vessels. That's gonna take all my money though. Virtue of confidence, virtue of knightly temper, virtue of the joust.
Such heat. Such oppression.
Get that duder. And this duder as well.
Honor and duty.
Cool.
Noble son of Bretonnia.
Neat.
My deeds are
Get them set up to do
true knight of Bretonnia.
assaults right away, and then we'll have to give them vows as well.
Paladin of Bretonnia.
Paladin of Bretonia. Agent actions, probably. Yeah, that's gonna be the easiest, probably.
Hero of Bretonnia.
There we go. Okay, those guys are rolling on that.
Repanse de Lyon.
I can get the Holy Wardens as well. Want to fill out my army, I guess. Oh, we're negative 60 right now. Oof. That. Oh, we got 6 more. No, wait. No, that other thing finished, so actually we are. Yeah. We gotta go kill some people. Get our money going here. Potentially things will fix themselves. We've got some. This is gonna be done next turn, so that'll probably fix our money problem. For the turn, anyway. Or for the next few turns, anyways. So we can get rid of that now. We don't really need it there, I don't think. Not at the moment. Oh, it's hyper.
Apocalypse! I'm Ragnarok, shut the Armageddon's ass!
Good to know.
Hyper. With the 6 months. Freaking coming on in. Half a day, half a year. That gets you a new badge too, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you for that. Thank you for supporting the channel for an entire half year. Holy shit. Time flies, man. Time flies. Hey, Skaven dudes, could you leave me alone? I know you and your dwarf buddies would just love to kick my ass, but if you could sod off and die, that'd be swell. Thank you. Jeebus. Meanwhile, Ungrim, running from all the way from Carcadrin down here. Because he heard there was somebody that needed an ass kicking. Ooh, hello, Numas. Well, that's annoying. Maybe I'll have to run back and defend the Black Pyramid from Numas. That sucks. Hello! Hola! Hon. I'm getting raided now as well, which is not going to be great for my cash flow. Ugh. So dead in here for once because we're missing Particles and Murph. Particles is around here somewhere. Hasn't said anything in a while though, so he might be playing another game. But yeah, Murph is not here, so the chat is not moving at 1,000 miles per hour.
I forbid this!
Oh yeah, we're back up over now.
Defender
Even
of the
well,
weak.
even with getting raided,
I am yours.
our money is in the positive. Really miss them though. I mean, they keep the chat moving.
Ah, yes.
Ah,
Do
yes.
not betray your king!
Alright, let's drop a farm in here then.
She speaks, I listen.
That stuff's maxed out.
Shall we?
They're entertaining. Murph is the purveyor of saying weird shit as well, so there's that, I guess.
Valiant Lord, it shall be so. Onward! Guardian! Taking my leave, protector
Okay.
of the realm.
Those guys went north somewhere.
Paladin.
Oh, no, they
I
went
shall
south. God
fight to the death.
bless it. Alright. I feel like I should restart my Tunkin campaign 30 turns in and I realize that there's no cost to army. Yeah. That is one of their biggest bonuses, the fact that their army doesn't cost anything. Your only limitation is how many lords you can have. Yeah, I know, people get busy. It's totally understandable.
Pure of heart. Ready to serve.
Who else are you guys at war with? Oh, you guys are not at war with Suddenburg anymore either. Interesting. Okay.
My faith in you wanes.
Pyramid does have a 19 dude garrison. Because we got the level 2 walls. So if these guys are not like particularly scary, I think we'll probably be alright.
For Britonia, for the lady! I shall go.
What do we got here? Can't see any of it. Alright, cool. Yeah, it depends if he has anything else. Whether that's gonna be a problem or not. We need it. This guy needs to die. He has to die. Frickin' booger. Keeps frickin' ping-ponging around all over the place though, making it hard to lock him down. I keep looking at this because it's like, do I want to build a building here? I don't really know what I should put here. I mean, I guess a tap room be good. I mean, we'll want military structures here eventually. Probably. It's like, none of this stuff is really worth it. I mean, this does give control to adjacent provinces too. So yeah, I think we'll throw a tap room in there, and we'll just wait. We'll just sleep on this. I like these 3 spots. Do some construction costs for buildings. Yeah. Armories do give +2 armor for all units. All armies. So you get enough of them. You get some pretty decent bonuses here, but you can obviously get the maxed out level armories in like capital areas. So you can't really, like, it's really super stupid with it unless you own a lot of territory. Be nice to put one of those here as well. Yeah, we could be able to, we'll be like 1, 2, be able to get like 3 of those going at least. So that's another +6 armor. Which isn't too bad. We'll have to see what these armies actually are here. To see whether we can
In the lady's name.
take them or not. Oh, we need to back up.
I require
Back up
your
like 1 step
all.
here. There we go. We can finish healing those guys.
Such relentless heat.
Alright, well.
Yes! All here are honored.
It's deteriorating, but not by a lot. Wonder how having multiple armories keeps making everyone's armor better, like every armory adding another layer on top of your armor. Yeah, like... I think the idea is that potentially having so many armories would lead to better, like, technology as far as, like, equipping troops is concerned. Now what? -1 gold? What the fuck? losing 1 gold per turn. But I feel like there would be a limit to that. Plus, also just the ability to equip more troops with armor, I guess, because you would have more access to having more armor just in general. But yeah, it doesn't entirely follow logic. For sure. But it does help, like, your peasants and stuff become much better. Yeah, I think that's really what it's supposed to replicate, is better quality armor being produced in mass enough quantities to equip everybody with it. But yeah, it's because it's everybody, it doesn't make quite as much sense overall. I just managed to search the ruins. Now I need to move a guy over to the mountains over on the left-hand side. So, like, just last turn, we got the ruins searched. Tell me that the lords aren't already getting the best armor? Well, I mean, the best armor that they have researched at the time. So, like I said, potentially they could get better armor just because the armors become better at making armor in general. So, like, at whatever time period, whoever the coolest person is has the best armor that they can create right then. But during the Bronze Age, that was bronze, you know. And then you got iron, and you got steel. And then you got different variations of learning how to, like, make armor that has spots to, like, deflect swords and that kind of thing. To, like, bring swords so they, like, go off of your body as opposed to, like, just stopping, you know? Things along those lines. What is Ungrim doing down here? It's the dwarves. I don't ask questions anymore. I mean, I still do ask questions. I just don't really expect good answers. I'm just surprised Vlad outlived Manfred when the latter has walls. I think Vlad just pisses less people off is what happens. Manfred tends to piss everybody off. It's Manfred after all. Um... 20 growth would be nice for 10 turns, that's for sure. 20% off buildings. I don't know if I'm building enough buildings right now, so let's store the surplus. Oh, nice. Another 5,000 gold, I'll take it. Not gonna complain about that. Alright, now we can see what... Now we can see what these guys have over here as well.
My servant fails me.
Okay, so it's actually all trash. And my garrison is pretty well healed. It's all trash at silver tier, though, which does make it a little bit more annoying. This guy's only level 5. Plus, Isabella is like the Michelle Obama of Vlad's barrack. Clyde's first lady. Or in our own undead right.
True Knight of Bretonia.
Where the hell did that guy go now? Vlad didn't shit everything up at the end times. True. Vlad's usually a pretty upstanding vampire fellow. Yeah, the bright side got range and they don't. For sure. Where the heck did he go now?
Noble. Striking out. Very well, I go.
There he is.
For now, yes. Going forth.
He's legitimately just been running, so he has no troops. So I'm just gonna get close to him, so he has to, like, walk away from me or risk getting intercepted.
I forbid this.
Really sucked to lose the Black Pyramid, though.
Do not betray your
So
king.
how many turns is it going to take to get a paladin down there?
Ever faithful. Destroy the Confederation.
3 turns.
I pledge you my service.
The lady calls me. Move together. March at once.
Alright, what are we looking at here? We're looking at 2 Dread Saurians. Cool. Bunch of sauruses with spears. Some ancient stegodons, feral carnosaur. Salamanders. Yeah, this army ain't messing around, that's for sure.
Very well.
And then the garrison as well on top of that, which isn't too crazy.
De Lyon.
I mean, we got a pretty good army here as well. Well, that's one of the reasons these guys survive for so long. They got the plus 12 melee defense too, so they got 62 freaking melee defense. It's pretty okay. So you say we'll add at least 1 lord in each old world race for Vortex, so there's a chance that Conrad might be added. I mean, there's a bunch more stuff that they could definitely put in. There's always a chance, right?
You're in my optics.
Nope, they're still military allies. Cool. Ugh, goodness gracious. The question is do I fight these guys? Let's get the champions of Collins as well, because they have anti-large too. That'll be useful. Conrad is the numero uno vampire people want, though. I don't know. I mean, Neferata is pretty high up on the list too, I would say. Well, I mean, the sooner we attack them, the sooner that we'll be done with the war. We were fighting Bretonia back in the day and just being like, well, I got plenty of spears, I'm set, right? Does Vampire count hero mercenary? Right? Randomly appears, randomly ruins stuff.
Shiver, mighty warrior.
He's only level 13. I mean, I think we can win this fight. It shouldn't be too bad. We've got a lot of... with Envy as well. And his anti-large. 30. And then all these guys. And they're 100 armor piercing apiece. We should be able to swarm a lot of those large monsters and destroy them pretty easily. And we got the champions of Quellens as well. Basically, well, we got a front line with Grail Guardians, obviously. He does have spears. But Grail Guardians also have 20% physical resist to help counteract that shit. And 120 armor, and spears do not have good armor piercing at all. Yeah, 13 AP. So even that, the anti-large percentage is going to be pretty terrible. Last I recall, they were all about subterfuge and manipulation rather than large-scale warfare. Neferata is the one Khalid is obsessed with. Yeah, Neferata is the first vampire. She's the cousin, I believe, of Khalida, who tried to turn Khalida into a vampire twice and failed both times, which is why Khalida's fucking pissed at her. So, yeah, Neferata is the first vampire to ever exist. And, like I said, tried to turn Khalida into a vampire a couple of different times. And one of the times, Khalida was saved by Asaf, which is why she has, like, the stake shit going on. Last I recall, they were about subterfuge and manipulation rather than any large-scale warfare. Yeah, I mean, Neferata has like agents in
For
like all
Britonia,
corners of
for the lady!
like all corners of the world, essentially. So yeah, there's a lot about subterfuge there. But yeah, like you said, so is Eshin technically. Like Necryarch, Legendary Lord, Strigoi Legendary Lord. Not that they ever gave the Strigoi anything. It's just they basically force you to reroll all 6s. Strigoi get a campaign. It would be better if they were at war with the other bloodlines. Well, the Strigois. That one had an important Strigoi. Yeah, so there's a couple important Strigoi. One of the biggest important Strigois actually is the Border Princes. The Black Prince or whatever the crap he is. He basically like pretends that he's a human. Through magic and being a sneaky bastard, essentially. But he's actually not really a bad guy, overall. Law means of armies, they do false flag attacks, or let the mortal necromancers take the credit for all their military actions. Or take the credit / fall for their military actions. Alright, well, here we go.
Pray for cooler climes.
Hiya!
May the lady guide your...
Gamble. Nice. Okay, so let's get you guys set up. So make that control 1. You guys control 2.
For the lady! Battle pilgrims!
You guys push in later. Take you guys. Should I make her part of the maneuver element as well? Or should I just... Actually, I should probably just have her force directly down the enemy's throat, because she's got the buffs, or whatever. So put you guys on 3. Put you on this side. You guys go there. Alright. I think at one point they were running like free company militia mercs plus some undead, but the army had to have both a necromancer and a Lamian. That said, not all Lamians follow the same archetype. Some of them are just feminist versions of our car signs.
Knights of Britonia!
Alright. Ah, wow. Freaking Henry over here screaming. And my giant passel of demigods waiting around to go murder people. For the Grail. And there's some battle pilgrims mixed in. Dudes with some more than okay swords. Accidentally chop at their mount's wings. Pretty sure you'd be fairly well practiced in trying to avoid stabbing your own mount. I feel like that'd be pretty important. How do you stay on? Wow, she's magic, so I guess that makes sense, but she's pretty much just hovering over this unicorn right now. Freaking side saddling it. That looks rough. I love the little, like, chest of drawers they have. Then we got our Grail Knights over here with their flaming spears. And here's our even cooler Grail Knights. Or not Grail Knights, Questing Knights. The companions of Quellans. Alright. I think we're good to go. Time to fight.
Awaiting orders. Cut them down.
First to fight, first to die. Let's go!
Repanse de Lyonesse!
In Bretonia's name! At once! Battle pilgrims!
Battle pilgrims!
Immediately to victory.
Let's see what's got on top of that. Stick it on, shall we?
For honor!
Actually, let's go get this Dressurian. Let's try to take it out.
We serve our lead! Grail Dominion! Grail Knight! Slay them!
Bring you guys around the flank. Drop a heal on top of this mess. Appears to be kind of fucky. Makes sense, I suppose.
Paladin of Bretonia. Ride them down.
The Lady's Fury!
Get up! Grail Knight! The lady with it!
Charge those guys.
Squares!
Let's take
Great Knight!
a couple of years and get into a silent running pack, shall we? Where the hell is that? Did we kill it already?
Withdraw.
Oh, there's the Dressurian. We're still on it.
My soul is aflame.
Ready for battle!
Tree Henry, can you get on top of that? Where's my caster at? Some physical resist on top of that mess.
Power of the Lady!
Defender of the realm! Charge!
Jeez Louise.
With Fury!
Grail Guardian! Attack!
Yeah, these guys are pretty rough and tumble.
Come unto me!
For sure. That thing still ain't dead. Yeah. Pull these guys out and around. Need them to come in.
Awaiting order!
Glory calls. Bretonia needs me. We are ready.
You guys back in here. Heal on top of this mess.
The Lady's command!
Cheesy crazy. Big monsters, man. They hit hard. Plus the computer can just mash them into a giant pile and not have to really worry about it.
God help us! Quickly! The lion's wheel!
These Dressurians need to fucking die already. Shit. Oh, and he's got that again. Ow!
I call thee forth!
Cheesy crazy.
Ride them down.
You are done!
Run him through!
Hey, Henry, you wanna get back on the airport, please?
Withdraw. We obey.
If I can kill the monster units,
Twisting now!
it's going to help significantly.
Dead! We are ready!
Pull back. Paladin of Bretonia. Victory is
Fortunately, they are really strong.
Withdraw!
Power of light!
Twisting knights! Withdraw!
Grant me your wisdom!
for the king. Hastily. Right to us.
So goddamn many of them.
Grail Knight! Full teeth! At speed!
Carnosaur running amok too. I think he's just got too many. I think he's just got too many big monsters, honestly. Like the feral Dressurians, there's too much hit point tank going on here. Like he's got way too much HP. I can't kill anything with any amount of speed whatsoever, which means that I'm just taking so much freaking damage.
Chevaliers, ready!
taking so much freaking damage. Yeah. I needed more things to soak damage off.
Repanse de Lyonesse!
Needed more things to soak damage than my knights. Because he just had way too many big monsters.
Command me!
That was insane. Yeah.
Attack!
This is why the lizard men are so ridiculous. It's because they literally can just stand there. Like they're you just right click the lizard men and there's absolutely nothing most factions can do about it. Once you have a like N-tier army. At least I killed one of their Dread Surians, but geez. Too much HP. Ow. And see, look at that. Shit like that. Holy fuck. Guy just lost a freaking almost quarter of my health. Maybe I get another one of these ancient stegodons. Those lasers hurt pretty bad too, actually. I just gotta hit him like one more time and he goes down. If I can get to him. I got 24 health left. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to him. I think we're just gonna fall down here. Yeah, died. Alright. Yeah. Too much HP. Too much HP. We killed TikTok. We killed TikTok, we killed the Dread Surian, we killed 2 Stegodons. Unfortunately, we lost our leadership here.
Blessings of the lady be upon you.
Just took way too long to knock out these. Like, this guy took so long to kill. Even with me diving him with my tricking death core here.
Very well, I go. Do you know who I am?
Alright. Who's gonna be in charge for, like, a turn? You're war with your favorite trade partner? Well, yeah, I mean, the plan was always to kill him. It just got distracted is all. Yeah, you can be in charge right now.
My reputation
Which unfortunately means... Yeah. Alright. Well. And my camera is turned completely backwards. Thanks, game. Yes, I wanted to look from north to south as opposed from south to north, you know. Because that makes fucking sense.
protector of the realm.
Unfortunately, I need to delete this entire army. Sucks.
Guardian.
Except for this guy, I guess. But, yeah. Oh, well. This lore resulted in most likely career knights errants being converted, but only a handful of knights of the realm. Squires were people who were valid candidates but had found a village to champion. The idea is that it's easy to be a knight errant, but they die in droves. And only someone who was trained from birth, that had the money for gear, would make it a true knighthood. Nah, he's just be dead.
Yeah.
Fenron, how's it going? I see you started a new campaign. And hello, all of Fenron's community. Hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully you started a new campaign because the other one finished fine. It looked like you were doing pretty well in your campaign, so it probably finished okay. Another elf, right?
My strength and wisdom are yours.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Also, I might as well do this. Boop. There we go. Soon all Lothern Empire and anyone else wants a piece of the Dark Elves. That's 100% true. And Katep won't die. Also true. This is the problem that playing any evil faction has these days. Is that eventually the entirety of the old world is going to want a piece of your ass, and they are a giant coalition of nonsense, which with upwards of like 80 armies that they could throw at you. Next one will be on Vortex. That's probably a better choice overall, because that removes the old world. Or, yeah, the old world is really the issue right now. So getting rid of them will make an evil campaign a lot more bearable. I can break the Dark Elves work even with bonus skill points mods on normal easy. I mean, without the current issues that the Dark Elves are having, they're not too bad.
True Knight of Bretonia.
These guys are going to stack back up again. Probably take the Black Tower of Arkan from me again. Gosh, dang it all. Let's see here.
My reputation precedes
I need to finish these dudes off so I can free my armies up.
Blessings of the lady be upon you.
So I can go back over there and deal with the situation. On the upshot, TikTok should only have one army. Like, this should be it. Like, this is very big and stompy and dangerous, but it should be all he's got. Like, I know the Dark Stars are the bread and butter, and use Sisters and Wishes, Corsairs as shock flankers. Yeah, there's kind of the issue with Dark Elves. They're kind of like High Elves with a little bit less. In the early game, they're like High Elves with less morale. Because the armor piercing doesn't matter all that much from their ranged units in the early game, because nothing really has a lot of armor. So the High Elves have kind of an advantage in the sense that they have a better baseline ability where their units are just better up front without having to wait till people die, and then their archers are longer range, and their morale is better in the early game as well when you're playing the High Elves. So they're just kind of like in the early game, the Dark Elves are just kind of like crappier High Elves. Hey, Lars. If you get enough of them, the issue is you gotta have like 3 or 4 bolt throwers. It's kind of like having one mortar. Like, one mortar doesn't really do all that much, but if you get like 3 or 4 mortars, then they start really shitting on things. It's a lot of tin cans. Yeah, the dwarves are huge. What else is new, right? How is easy? Spears, lions from your front lines. Lothar Seaguard on the flanks as both archers and Cav defense, archer sisters sniping over. Using Phoenix Swordmasters to support gaps in line. I mean, the Dark Elf late game is not overly difficult because you can you get dragons and that kind of stuff to support your shit. Dragons, shades, the Blackguard of Nagarund or whatever, a pretty decent front line. It's really kind of the early game that's annoying to deal with. This is why you're not adjusting movement speed for neutral units. Yeah, so nothing. I mean, I could adjust the movement speed for these guys, because that's freaking annoying. Basically, it's just to stop things from, like, flying past way too fast. So, like, if I'm reading chat or something, I don't suddenly miss, like, a giant army slipping past me. Because it has happened in the past. But I should probably change it for these guys. Because I don't give a shit about these guys at all. So these guys are just going to sail around anyway. Man, there's so many of them, too. Okay, there we go. Faffing with the camera settings in general. So if I become military allies with a big faction, I usually shut off their movements as well, because I don't really give a crap about what they're doing at that point. Let's level it up, shall we?
Honor before glory. Glory
Come here, you
awaits.
bastard.
Paladin of Bretonia.
Back here.
Very well. If you
How goes it?
insist.
Well, we just lost a fight against some lizard men because they were super, super stupid strong. Because they had obviously they had their multiple dread sources and shitloads of, like, engines of the gods and shit like that, you know. The biggest, baddest stuff they can get. And then they have levels on them as well because, you know, the computer just gets bonus levels for existing. Well, it's called SFO Grimhammer. Pretty sure that's what the document still says. Like the... like the actual, like, Google Doc. Yeah, the Google Doc for it is SFO Grimhammer 2. So, SFO, it's still in the Google Doc. It's still a name for it. If they don't want it called SFO, they can remove it from their naming conventions. It's literally called SFO. It's not abbreviation. Sifu Grimhammer. Magic is great in Steel Faith Overhaul? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And the computer's a little bit better at using it, so that's kind of nice too, overall.
My deeds are legend. Death to the enemy. Noble son of Bretonia.
My path is revealed.
Alright, well, run back up here again. There. There, I say. That's true. Yeah. If you say Grimhammer, some people are like, what? What the hell are you talking about? So Radius is now called Weird. Okay, well, that's pretty much all I can do this turn, I feel like. So we're just gonna let it ride. This just in, I cannot go toe-to-toe with a full-stack Lizardman army with bonuses. Makes sense, I suppose. Even with the best units Bretonia has to offer. Oof, Knights of the Flame got destroyed. Matches is great in SFO, but maybe a bit too great sometimes, like having your Lord die thanks to 2 heat-seeking firebolts for a Lord across the map isn't very fun. I don't think I've ever really had that happen before, but I guess if it did happen, it would be really annoying, yes. I just don't want anyone to forget that the original developer of the mod for the first game was a Nazi and should be shunned. I mean, I guess that's not really relevant anymore. I mean, he should be shunned, yes, but the mod shouldn't be shunned, so... it's not really relevant to the mod at this point. If only the Green Knight came to help you. Well, I could have summoned the Green Knight. I've lost Grimgrower and others a few times due to firebolts, right? I don't know. I don't think anybody really knows the name, like the name of the person you're talking about. Like everybody knows, everybody knows who's doing it now. Like Ventress is pretty well known, but I personally don't even know the name of the guy you're talking about at all. Everybody except you.
Defender of the weak.
Did that guy, did he just,
She calls.
I think he ran it. Oh yeah, okay. He's running back home. Listen, I am hellacious with names. Like, if the fact that I can remember any of your fuckers' names is an amazing feat. Ah.
Do you know who I am? Striking out.
Come back. Well, at least he's going the... At least he's moving the direction I want to be going in, so that's helpful. You casual. I should go take my meds, not even joking. I mean, honestly, the fact that it seems like most people don't know the name of the guy that you're talking about is a good thing, right? Overall. Unless he were to come back for some reason, in which case then... God damn it. And then it would be an issue.
My servant fails me.
Knightly valor.
Because he probably should just be forgotten if he is an actual Nazi. Hey, Tex, how's it going? Yeah, Venrus. He's a god for making us a foe. Now people don't nerf the dang Empire. God damn it. Alright, well, I suppose I get to slap one of these bad boys up over here. They should make an mod where the Empire is stronger. Oh, wait. Pretty good, actually. Just got 2 warp fire throwers, 600 kills each. Felt good. Nice. Hell yeah. They still can't be defeated. What was I fighting? This shit. This shit fucked me up pretty bad, honestly. He had, like, what, 4 Ancient Stegodons, 2 or 3 regular Stegodons, a Carnosaur, 2 Dread Saurians. Yeah. Some Salamanders. Yeah, that fucked me up. I'm obsessed with the Skaven. Sorry, not sorry. The Skaven are cool. Like I've said before, the Skaven are my favorite New World faction. They're pretty dope. Oh, Tex. He's probably fighting some other, like, orcs or something, I'd imagine. Warhammer 1 is very played also. Fuck Warhammer 1, Goblin Big Bosses. Alright, let's see here. Anything else? Want to run? No, we'll just run the turn. Oh, you're playing as Ikit. Okay. I suppose Bretonia tends to get kind of spammy too. Ikit Claw!
Mountain folk, the lady has all.
What do you want? 7,000 for military alliance. Kind of tempted to take it at this point, to be honest. Can I get any more out of him? Alright. I'll take 10k. For a military alliance with literally the strongest motherfucker out here. Oh, hang on a second. Now we need to do this. Now that we are military allies with them, we're gonna shut the dwarf camera off entirely because we don't need to sit here and watch them move very slowly around. No peasants, lots of infantry. Well, I mean, everything that's not a knight is a peasant for the Bretonnians. The foot squires are even peasants, technically. It's just that it's not peasant mobs.
The lady grants you safe passage.
Nope. Great CCDs of fighting hero. Gobble bosses don't cut it or help a garrison. No, they don't. They need like a black orc leader for sure. I think they need to make foot squires knights to ease up on the limit. Nah, foot squires are fucking terrible anyways. There's really no reason to build foot squires, to be completely honest. Unless you're limiting yourself so you need some kind of armor piercing, in which case then I guess, but what's a good faction / lord to play as a Total War noob? If you're totally new, Tyrion High Elves is the easiest. Oh yeah, they're definitely not knights. What they could use is like foot knights or something like that. Mission reported. Doontide. They're such lame good boys though. I don't know if they're... So high elves are not really good boys, considering they literally one of the gods they worship is of murder. I mean, they're a good boy in the sense that they're trying to keep the world from imploding, I suppose, but like the high elves are far from like good. Just because they wear white clothing doesn't make them good guys. Malekith isn't that hard either, to be honest. He has almost as easy start as Tyrion. Yeah, Malekith's not too bad.
I have seen your
Particularly in Vortex. Malekith is a really good legendary lord as well. The issue with any of the Dark Elves right now is they get gangbanged by all of the... God damn it. They get gangbanged by all the good factions. Which is problematic.
Protector of the realm. Going forth. My strength and wisdom are yours. Yes? My reputation precedes me.
Alright.
Do you know who I am? Lord.
Stay there. No, it's Cain. Cain, the god of murder. And, many other things. Well, the Dark Elves revere him, yeah, but so what Cain is for the High Elves, for the Elves in general, is he is their, kind of like their primal instincts, you know, they need Cain to make them vicious enough to win fights and stuff like that, right? That kind of like battle rage. Despite them being, they're very like Vulcan, like, oh yes, we are holier than thou sort of logical beings. But then they have Cain, which is essentially like a rabid dog biting your leg off sort of mentality, which is what they need, what they require to defend their homes and fight off the forces of evil, despite technically being murderous and vicious and blood-loving and all that good shit is, like, considered to be, like, bad. They do it with that kind of intent, essentially. Which is why they, like, they don't view Cain as being evil. per se. How do you fight lizard men as Repanse? I got steamrolled by them in Royal Empires. Bring more guys than they have. Because I just got smashed by them as well. I'm going to have to bring more people. That's basically how you deal with the lizard men. Get the best dudes you can, bring more shit than they have. Good elves are Durthu with the Sword of Cain. Good old Durthu. Alright. Well. I don't want to jump to that because that's going to reduce my output here. Let's put that in. It feels like the right thing to do. Considering we have a lot of freaking Skaven corruption that's going to be going on over there. Alright.
Chivalrous. Death to the enemy.
I think that's all we can do this turn. Looks like. Oh, well, I suppose she could. Oh, we got techs. We have a technology we can do. Huzzah. What do you go to against T-Rex armies? Knights of the Realm have anti-large, right? 3 of them per T-Rex. Yeah, Knights of the Realm have anti-large. Grail Knights have anti-large. The Hippogriffs are just strong in general, so they're kind of useful. The Pegasus Knights also have anti-large. So, like, the Royal Pegasus Knights are not bad. They just lack AP is their problem. Whereas, like, these guys have lots of armor piercing, which is good. They have 100 armor piercing, which helps them out significantly. They just have low melee defense is their only issue. I mean, so do the Pegasus Knights, I guess, so it really doesn't make any difference there. You don't really need the magical attacks either, so. Hippogriff Knights are usually a pretty good answer to most of Bretonia's late-game problems. Then you use, like Grail Knights with their anti-large. Grail Guardians, because they have 56 melee defense to kind of, like, try to hold things down a bit. But you still really need to, just have more shit than they do, like, in general, honestly. Like, they are stronger than you. Like, their late-game army is just stronger than your late-game army in a 1v1. That anti-large is much lower than I thought. Yeah, it's not particularly high. At least it's not, like, 3 or something. Garrosh. Fighting T-Rex armies just turns into a war of attrition depending on who you're playing. As Tomb Kings, I roll through their armies, no problem. Yeah. Also, ranged units are pretty good against big monsters because they tend to eat a lot of missiles. Because the monster itself is huge, which means that when you shoot it with arrows, more arrows are likely to hit because it is a big model for the arrows to strike. Alright, what technology do we want now? We could get... Oh. Yeah, let's get Temple Ties, because 10% ward save for Grail Guardians and Grail Knights is really good. So let's do that. It's going to cost me 10k, but I'm making about 7 grand a turn right now, because my big army got freaking thwacked. Anyway. Okay. I'm going to run the turn. I'm going to use the latrine. I'll be right back. Thank you guys for watching. And again, if you're from Fenron's community, thank you for hanging out. Hope you guys are having fun. And, all you bad boys, I'll be returning in a moment.
In the lady's name, I welcome you. Speak your mind, and she will listen.
Tyrion, we gotta do this. No. Jeebus.
The lady is the
Holy shit, I'm never gonna get to pee. Okay, go, run now.